His Cuban phrase of the day is estar frita. Let me give you an example. This would be a guy, this would be a Cuban guy saying this to his Cuban friend. No, mijo, ella está frita conmigo. Let me translate. That girl, this is a literal translation. That girl is fried with me. What that means is that girl's in love with me. That girl is so into me. That girl, yeah, that girl is just so into me. She's so interested in me. So estar frita, right, or estoy frita, can be used in this context. And it reminds me of the song Papita Frita by Bebecito. When he says frita, frita como la papita, that's exactly what he's implying. So that is today's Cuban phrase of the day. Today's Cuban phrase of the day I'm obsessed with. And I recently heard it in a song by Los Cuadros. Estamos como los dientes en boca de toda gente. So, let me give you an example. So, you've blown up on social media, and then your mom says to you, estás como los dientes en boca de toda gente. So that just means that you've become incredibly popular and people are talking about you a lot. So instead of saying, oh my God, you're so popular, or oh my God, you've blown up, you could say, mijita, estás como los dientes en boca de toda gente. Like everybody's talking about you, everybody knows you. Today's Cuban phrase of the day is, ¿cuál es tu mala leche? And there's a song. I think it's called ¿Cuál es tu mala leche? The song, or at least it repeats it a lot. So let me give you an example. You wake up, right? And you go to your living room and you encounter your sister and she's in a bad mood, okay? Se levantó con el moño virado, which we recently covered. And you say, ¿Cuál es tu mala leche? So ¿Cuál es tu mala leche is another way of saying, I guess we could even kind of say that it's similar to que se levantó con el moño virado, but that's like when you just wake up in a bad mood. But just ¿cuál es tu mala leche is like, what is your problem? Like, why are you in such a bad mood? Like, why do you have such an attitude? So, today's Cuban phrase of the day is, ¿cuál es tu mala leche? Today's Cuban phrase of the day is, hierba mala nunca muere. So, let me give you an example. You know this lady, like, you know a lady, but she's practically the devil. But she's like in her 80s, and she's had all of these issues with her health, but she won't die. Like, she just keeps, you know, everything that the world is throwing at her, she keeps surviving. So hierba mala, which would be like bad grass or bad weeds, never die. So when someone is not a good person, but they seem to never perish, they just keep, you know, everything that's thrown at them, and with their old age, they just keep persisting, you would say, hierba mala nunca muere, porque esa vieja no se muere. And that is today's Cuban phrase of the day. Today's Cuban phrase of the day is, ¿qué es eso? Pan con queso. So this is something that my dad loves to say. Or I'll be like, papi, ¿qué es eso? Papi, ¿qué es eso? Papi, ¿qué es lo otro? Pan con queso. So you would say, this is how you would translate this. What is that? Bread and cheese. So today's Cuban phrase of the day is, ¿qué es eso? Pan con queso. And don't forget to take my Do You Speak Cuban quiz, link in bio, completely free, 10 questions total. Today's Cuban phrase of the day is, suelta y sin vacunar. Let me give you an example. Your mom, it tells you, are you really gonna go out again? And you say, and you would tell your mom, mami, estoy suelta sin vacunar. Like, let me translate that. Like, a literal translation of this. Suelta is like loose, y sin vacunar would be without a vaccine. So loose and without a vaccine. It's like, I'm gonna do whatever I want. Like, I'm just living my life. Like, estoy suelta y sin vacunar. Living my life, doing what I want. So when someone is like questioning you about going out or you doing whatever it is you're gonna do, like, girl, estoy suelta sin vacunar. I'm loose and without a vaccine. I'm gonna do whatever the heck it is that I want, and I'm gonna go out and live my life. So don't forget to take my Do You Speak Cuban quiz, link in bio, completely free. Go ahead and take that. And have you used the phrase suelta y sin vacunar? Today's Cuban phrase of the day is le ronca el mango. Now, let me give you an example. Say that you find out that your two neighbors have been fighting again. This is like a a thing that goes on all the time, and you'd be like, le ronca el mango con esa gente. So, le ronca el mango would like a little translation of that would be the mango snores or snores of the mango, which really makes no sense. But you would use this phrase when something is just too much, it's just ridiculous. So that's why you would use le ronca el mango when you find out again. These people are fighting again, like this is just ridiculous. It's getting out of hand. So today's Cuban phrase of the day is le ronca el mango. Also, don't forget to get your copy of the Cuban word of the day survival guide to keep la cultura alive. Link in my bio.